Ha únivór iddo bheann von trap na dhéideag a chunig arschote na h-Alba for h-Alba Pauline Dòmhnallach leis na cluichtar an aiche. Leis na gemichin dearbhaidh son Farpais na h-Alba a teannach dlú and a countpichin seo chug cuitramach sa bhat díobh.
I mean, it's been absolutely fantastic to have the players back on the pitch. I worked out this morning, it was 14 months until our last sort of training activity with the youth international team. So having the restart in June and working with the players, you know, on a kind of fortnightly basis up until now, just, you know, for the players, a lot of them hadn't experienced international football before, so sort of bedding down those standards and helping the players to understand where we really want them to be in terms of physically, technically, tactically and their character as an elite player. We did miss out on we missed out on the 2004, or the second year for the 2004 age group. So, you know, the beginning for us in June was about bringing in the 2005-2006 age group and really just playing squad games, looking at the depth of talent we have and trying to give everybody the best opportunity, you know, to kind of cement a place within that group of 24 we're sort of at just now, which will then obviously reduce to 20 for the qualification phase at the end of this month.
Quicker, still sometimes quicker, but also I still think we can give more information to the players.
Le únivór iddo gáil seachd agus cluichtar in gúsad suas chun na náide go skipa for isnaigblin diag. A Pauline iddo bhí cud fáilte is bhein úra agus a teachra caiche is on a calic an úra.
Enjoy it. I think it's really, really important. You know, we know that they're talented players, that's why they've been selected. And if you can try and take, you know, maybe the kind of enormity of the occasion away for them, bring in some enjoyment in terms of some of the things that we build into the training sessions that help them relax, then you get the best out of the players. But I would also say that, you know, it's important for everybody within the group to feel part of something and feel that they're valued.
Oh, buzzing, because due to COVID we've not played international games in a while, so it's good to be getting back to it, and obviously my family is super supportive and really excited for me. It's always an honour to be selected for these camps and to represent your country. It feels great, it's good.
I was so excited, especially after COVID again. It's been such a long time coming, and to finally be hopefully playing internationals. It feels great to represent your country, and to just stay at the 17s, it feels extra special. It's good to get back.
A talent it lay ag na cluichtar an áca seo mar ha, agus a gíide chluba ha cúteacha a cluicht don ar chiad skipe. Ag déine it realichin a bhíagat an dúlais ag ide it an náisianta.
In terms of, I think probably the main difference from the domestic game is when we step up to international football, that athleticism and physicality. So trying to get them to understand, you know, the intensity and the volume of training that they need to be doing on a weekly basis, so that the transition from the domestic game to the international game is a smoother one, and whereby we can actually look to really try and compete against the opponents that we have within the group phase. But I also think that, you know, as a group, trying to form that positive team dynamic and togetherness at every opportunity, and also educate the players about the holistic part of the game and being an elite athlete are all extremely important in their journey.
You can play over, absolutely. We want all that variation like we spoke about yesterday.
A Pauline agus an skipe a gulach agus on a cuairt an dearbhaidh son Farpais na ban for h-Alba diag. Beat the cluiche an álann poblach na seach agus Slovenia nas animiche de vías. A did bhí a féh grush son na Farpais seo, agus had úlach a gin of fúradis gomór.
It's really exciting. We were obviously supposed to go to the Netherlands in March 2020. Listen, it's going to be challenging. The setup within UEFA has changed, so we're within an A group category, so we play teams that are pot 1 and pot 2 teams, so that makes it very difficult for us. However, I think, you know, to show the realisation to these players, if they want to be future youth national women's A squad players or make a profession out of this, they're going to need to play up against and do more than the players do down south or over on the continent. So in terms of the lessons that can be learned and the exposure that they're going to get, yeah, it's extremely exciting, and it'll be interesting to hear their thoughts on it.
It's great, yeah. It'll be a good test for us, but you know we've got a really good team and we have great team spirit, and I think we'll go and we'll play and we'll do really well together.
Yeah, obviously they're big teams, big physical teams, so it'll be great to see how we do against them. But I think we've got a great group of players this year, and I think if we keep working hard and stick to our game plan, I think we've got a good shot.
It's really important, you know, playing for Scotland is a highlight of your career, and you look up to all these A squad players that have been through the national teams as well.
like seeing Leanne Crichton and working under her now. It's to see what she's done and also playing in the World Cup. It just drives you even more because that's where you want to be in the end.
Remember we spoke last night about putting demands on each other. Good, make it, yes, well done!
Tá ruútan ma tachars tubhastí ba cóise international an bhain, na bhíonna nicht gedurid einimicha mar ceannod ba cóise an bhain, agus fa hiún gadid chai Pedro Martínez Losa einimicha mar manager a fríomhskippe. Ha Pauline a coite there die a gopit go tlú de se manager úr, son taiche chudis en na ginialach dichlichit an ure.
Yeah, no, it's great to have Pedro in. Obviously, the kind of position was vacant for a period of time, and I think now, you know, that now that he's in, we've had some kind of informal conversations, but he has some really good ideas, and you know, obviously his priority at this moment in time is the up-and-coming qualification game. But really excited to sit down with him and my colleague Pauline Hamill as well, and look at, you know, what do we see an elite youth international athlete looking like moving forward. What's Pedro's thoughts on that? Because we can learn from the experiences he's had, obviously both internationally, but over in France and in the club structure that he's worked at down south at Arsenal. But what the important thing is that we work collectively together to give the Women's A squad the best chance in the future.